How you doing, YouTube? It's your boy Pentox Chelsea, and I am back with another video. If you're subscribed already, all you gotta do is turn that bell on to subscribe to the channel. But being subscribed only means that you're subscribed. Notifications, you must turn that bell on, the vibrating symbol. So there you are, Tyler. How you doing, Tyler?
Yeah, how are you?
You're on. So, both of our teams, we're Chelsea and Liverpool, wearing the Ohio State Michigan jerseys.
We just
So,
can't get along.
yeah, both of our teams are in struggling form. Only two. Chelsea is fired their manager for Thomas Tuchel. We will not forget the memories, but if it gets for time, it was for his time to go. It was time to go for him. He left the dressing room. Played out of position. Plus, he said it's too easy to beat us. What are your thoughts on Thomas Tuchel being sacked?
There's got to be more to the story that isn't being told. I mean, because if you look at his record, I mean, he has like 60-something wins in 100 games in charge. I mean, it's the numbers aren't why. I mean, losing 1-0 to Zagreb is not good, but I mean, worse things have happened. You know, I mean, there's got to be something between him and Bowley, like the new ownership. It's got to be just like a difference. Like they're just not seeing eye to eye. And I mean, when you get, you know, even just in regular world, like if you don't get along with your boss or your boss doesn't like you, you're probably not going to last long.
Yeah, they did announce it. I'm about to post it up on the screen. Matt Law and Nathan Gisling came out with some stuff. Let's see if I can get it out. So both of our teams are coming off despite the Champions League losses. The name of Zagreb 1, Chelsea 0, and Liverpool is coming down with a 4-1 loss over Napoli. And it looks like both defenses have been exposed because when Tuchel first came into the job, we were most definitely not being exposed, mostly open play. Virgil van Dijk is now coming through Virgil van Scheidt.
Yeah, he did not look good. He hasn't looked, I mean, since the Champions League final, really.
Yep, if I can pull that up.
I think Real Madrid broke us like we broke Barcelona.
Oh, yeah, Leg 2?
Yep.
I can find it. Share screen. Here's what was exposed.
Oh, I can't read that. Oh, yes, I can zoom in. I can zoom in.
This is what happened.
Oh, I did read this, actually. Yeah, I saw this. I mean, like I said, there has to be more to this story.
He said if Todd Boyd came out and said as well if Tom Tuchel didn't say no to Ronaldo, he was gonna negotiate with Ronaldo, like most definitely. So that was one of the other reasons. Boyd really wanted Ronaldo. The thing that shocked me was where's that at? Like the last part, Thomas Tuchel's ideas were no longer transmitting with the Chelsea squad. Mm-hmm. Some of the players have been talking about his private life as well, and now he had a younger girlfriend as his marriage fell apart. That's the one that shocked me.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like that stuff is, I mean, that's just drama. I mean, I don't know. That's funny, but I mean, yeah, I mean, when you lose the respect of your dressing room, I mean, it's hard to get back. And, you know, if you're not getting along with the owner and your players don't like you, I mean, it's kind of the writing's on the wall. And I think Tuchel will find a job elsewhere. I mean, someone's going to pick him up. He did a great job at Chelsea. He's won a Champions League. You know, it's kind of unfair. It's just unfortunate, really, for him. He's going to land somewhere. I think that.
I wish him the best.
I think Graham Potter is a good hire.
Yeah, I think most definitely. I don't think he'll play like most of our signings. He might go like with a younger squad. He's either going to play Mount. We're going to see more of Chalobah, more of Pulisic, because he's more of that.
More Pulisic.
He's more of that younger development type of manager. He's not like high quality player. I think you should go with younger standpoints.
I was hoping whenever you guys got Sterling, I was hoping that Pulisic was going to move on somewhere because, I mean, especially with the World Cup coming up, I mean, he needs to get some game time, you know?
we were gonna send him on loan, but Todd Bowley, since he's American, he just kept him. And Pulisic came out and said he was pretty pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what happened after he got taken off versus West Ham?
No, I didn't.
He just walked right down the tunnel.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, he's not happy there, and I was upset when he went there in the first place. I don't think it would have worked out better for him at Liverpool. I think he would have been on the bench as well. I think I don't know. Pulisic is great, but he just, I mean, he needed to go somewhere where he could have played.
I
I
think
mean,
he's
whether
on
it's been
Serie A. Serie A. One is he wouldn't be going like it's like more of his type of ball movement. Less injuries will happen. He'll get his goals. He'll get his assists. Like it'll give him more confidence to build up to the World Cup.
yeah. I mean, he's got to. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I mean, staying in the Premier League is not a bad thing either. If he goes just like a smaller team, I mean, like
Newcastle, Leeds. I think Leeds would have been great for him since Jesse March, Brendan Harrison, Tyler Adams.
even someone like yeah, he could have played with Brendanson and Tyler Adams, or Brendan Aronson and Tyler Adams. But I mean, even somewhere like Nottingham Forest, just for a year,
You think they'll stay up? They signed 21 players, but half of those players I never heard of. Who the hell is Gibbs White?
I don't know. Oh, Morgan Gibbs White?
Yeah.
He's good. He's young. He was that the kid from Wolves?
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Speaking of Wolves, I'm going to be watching a lot more Wolves because Diego Costa returned.
You said what?
I'm going to be watching a lot more Wolverhampton since Diego Costa returned.
Oh, Diego Costa's at Wolverhampton? Wow.
Yeah, dude, I'm so hyped.
That's funny. Good for him.
So let's talk about Jurgen Klopp. You're in a different situation as well, but at least we didn't lose 4-1 against Zagreb. But your manager came out and said the reporter asked him, "Are you worried about getting the sack like Tuchel at Chelsea?" Not really. This is not the case. Our owners are rather calm and expect me in such a situation, and not think something else will. But the thing with FSG, it's like they don't give them the money. They'll just sign players on their own, and most of these players are calling out. If you watch Anfield Agenda, Craig, the guy who hosts that show, said they should drop Salah, drop Trent, and never play Bruno again because he's saying Trent's he's not doing anything. Should be dropping into WC. Salah's not creating anything. You probably just told Mane, and that's probably wrecked the whole team.
I mean, I get the knee-jerk reaction of everyone saying, "Oh, we're off to a slow start. It must be because Mane doesn't play for the team anymore." And I think that's just ridiculous because I love Sadio Mane. I think he's a fantastic player, and I was very sad to see him go. But it makes sense to let him go in that situation because you either get $40 million out of him now, or you get $0 for him when he leaves for a free agent next season, and you get him for one more year. And he's aging, So it's one of those things where it's a business decision that makes sense. One player to make a team. I mean, I think Salah. It's Mohamed Salah. I have such a weird relationship with him because I mean, it's undeniable that he is a fantastic footballer. I mean, he really has been one of the best players in the world consistently for the last, like 5 years now, really 4 or 5 years, and he disappears sometimes, and maybe it's a mental thing. I think that maybe some players are upset with his huge boost in wages. I don't know if he's worth that at his age. I was a little bit weary about re-signing Salah to a contract like that, especially, you have young guys like Luis Diaz, Harvey Elliott, Fabio Carvalho. Like, Liverpool has a lot of young talent. I mean, Carvalho's been playing out of his mind. And
that goal versus Newcastle was insane. That first touch, that finish. That first touch was superb.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the answer is for Liverpool. If anyone can find it, it's Jurgen Klopp. I mean, really, he knows his team. He really, I mean, it's different from like what Tuchel did at Chelsea because Tuchel came in and he already had a pretty decent. I mean, the squad that Tuchel inherited was much better than the squad that Klopp inherited. I mean, I don't know what I posted it on Facebook the other day. It was like from Klopp's first game, his first 11. I mean, you see guys like Emre Can. Love the guy, but Lucas Leiva. On the bench, you had like Joe Cole, and it was a completely different. Like he brought Liverpool back to the limelight. I mean, really, like when
yeah, Lallana too.
us finish mid-table and just be like, wow, are we ever going to see European football again? Like, and I remember I was with Jordan, actually. We were at Molly Malone's the year that we finally qualified for Champions League, when we finished fourth and we beat Arsenal that last match day. And
Was that the 3-1 scoreline?
I think it was. It was a couple years ago. It was when we first. It was before the season when we went to the Champions League final against Real and Ramos hurt Salah. It was the season.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So
that first goal like you gave up was insane. Carey throwing that right to Benzema's foot.
Yeah.
And now Carey's at Newcastle. So Newcastle has Nick Pope. I guess this time Carey's because Dubravka went to United.
I mean, we could have done poor Karius. I feel bad for but yeah, he had probably the worst performance ever in a Champions League final, like the whole time.
The other two goals you couldn't do anything about. That second goal by Gareth Bale.
That was the probably the best goal in a Champions League final. I mean, that was
the bicycle. He came on like 2 minutes in, and that guy just scores in the ball. I forget who did it, and just bicycled it.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. That was something else. I mean, but yeah, when we going back to Klopp, it's just like he got Liverpool to their first time back in the Champions League. He took them to a final. They went back to the final the next year and won it.
Tottenham, yeah.
Premier League the season after that. The season after that, they what was that last season? Was the season? Yeah.
Yeah, Real Madrid.
Well, I mean, then you get to what, 3 Champions League finals in 4 seasons, win one of them. He's won everything there is to win. He's won a Club World Cup. He's won a Super Cup. He's won the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, Premier League, Champions League. I mean, Tuchel won a lot at Chelsea, but I mean, from the state,
yeah, it's hard to compare.
Within to where we are now. I mean, you can't just, oh my God, we lost 4-1 to Napoli away in the Champions League when we have tons of injuries. We just have a lot going on. I mean, and they just extended Klopp. Klopp's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Now, if the whole season goes bad, and
that's what it does.
Champions League football, if we miss out on Europe entirely, then maybe you can start saying Klopp's job's in danger. But I mean, until then, until the dust settles and the season's over and we see where Liverpool is out on the table and how we end up doing in Champions League. I mean, well, I don't even think we've lost to Napoli a lot in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Lost to Napoli a lot in the Champions League.
Napoli plays their best football when it comes to y'all guys.
I don't know why. They play out of their mind. It's ridiculous. It bothers me.
And they have no Dries Mertens. Like, he left and they just play like insane. They lost Insigne. They lost Immobile. I
know. Immobile was on Lazio.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. But like Klopp said, I mean, he's like, we've lost to Napoli before and ended up winning the tournament. So
I'm surprised Tuchel got sacked before Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers was on the short list. Did you see that?
For the Chelsea job?
I was going to pick myself if that happened.
Yeah, that's not good. That wouldn't have been good. I mean, I thought
that would make it worse. That guy had the worst market strategy ever. He had that same squad from the league winning side in 15.
He was Klopp's predecessor, so Klopp had to clean up his mess. But
Rodgers coached Liverpool.
Yeah, Brendan Rodgers coached Liverpool.
Shit.
If I'm correct, I believe he was the one that signed Coutinho.
Yeah, see who signed him. I would take a Coutinho right now.
Honestly, I thought the same thing, and that's funny because, I mean, Liverpool needs a creative midfielder, and that's exactly what Philippe Coutinho is. He's past his prime. He's not the same, creative midfielder that played for Liverpool, a while ago. But, I mean...
Rafael Benitez signed him.
I'm sorry?
Rafael Benitez signed him.
Oh, Rafa did?
Yeah. So, we have no Premier League football, and trust me, I could use a break right now.
Yeah, I mean,
for real. Even though you got Fulham, but Fulham's no joke. You got Willian, Mitrovic, and Bobby was no joke. Great right back. They have time, some quality. I'm pretty sure they can get a mid-table finish.
I mean, it comes at a good time for both of us. Both of our teams need to get there.
And we got Gio on the next game, but that might be postponed as well. Because I would take that game will be a good one since we're both in the same spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be real cagey. There's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be real chippy. I think it's gonna be a physical game. And that's the thing is Liverpool is not playing like they look lost in possession. Trent's defending has been abysmal at best. I mean, it's not. It's I don't know. Milner's.
He should retire.
Hopefully Artur can come in and stay healthy. I mean, I saw this. What Thiago played for like 20 minutes against Napoli and was by far the best midfielder we had the entire game in just his 20 minutes. Like,
a lot of people were fuming when he wasn't subbed off.
Put 3 Thiagos in the midfield, we'd be fine. But there's only one of them, so.
You got Ajax next. That's a tough one too.
We're in a tough group.
I can't, but we have Salzburg next, and I can't say I'm confident.
It's when your teams are playing like ours are, it's tough to be confident in any match. I mean, that's another thing. It was like I was worried about Wolves. I mean, it's one of those things now. It's like when your confidence is down, you don't have the momentum. Like anything can happen.
So our next Premier League game will be against Palace. I think we should beat Palace. After Palace, we got Milan, then Wolves, then Milan, and Villa. Brentford, United.
Palace tied us.
But after the World Cup, like November is going to be hit. Our October is not that bad, to be honest.
Apparently, I saw Bleacher Report post something today that the World Cup could be moved to February and be in the United States.
For real? That's the Club World Cup.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's the Club World Cup. I shared it on my Facebook.
Thought I saw.
It says the United States is being considered as the host for the Club World Cup in February.
Okay. I thought it said. Hold on one second.
Dude, I wish it was in Qatar. I wish it wasn't. When we were in it, I wish it was in the United States for us.
I know, right?
I would have even bought a ticket.
They're going to be expensive. You're right. It is the Club World Cup. Okay. That'd be fun. It would have been way more fun if freaking Liverpool would have won Champions League last year and been a part of it.
Yeah. The Seattle Sounders are in it.
Yeah. Yeah, the Sounders won the CONCACAF Cup. Hopefully Cincinnati can pull that off at some point.
I think if we can get – I just want to make a playoff this year. If we make the playoffs this year, Cincinnati, New England better be coach of the year.
Yeah.
Because we were laughing stock for the first 2 seasons. And if we make it to a playoff, we already get – I don't care if we get past the first round, to be fair. I don't care if we get past the first round because that will still be history.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's a huge turnaround. And you got a lot to be excited about. Brandon Vasquez had a great season.
And we just played our last hardest opponent. New York's done. So our next are against bottom table teams. They got San Jose, Salt Lake. Then we got the club friendly against Chivas. Then Seattle, and our last 2 are Chicago and DC. So just win 3, and New England plays. We're tied with New England in games. So if we win Saturday, New England loses, we're in by far. So we'll be 4 points ahead with the same games played.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, they're playing well. It's unfortunate because they've given up a lot of late goals, and I mean, we could be closer to the top of the table if we had a little defending in the beginning of the year.
When we first lost to Austin FC, I thought we were having another year like that. When we lost 5-0.
Yeah.
We started poor 0-2, but we just had this insane turnaround.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to see SC Cincinnati playing well. It's good to see the Bengals playing well. I feel like the Bearcats should have beaten Arkansas last weekend. I feel like they missed a lot of opportunities. I mean, Ben Bryant had some.
Yeah, that quarterback needs to go.
I mean, I don't know if Evan Prater's much better. I mean, when you lose an experienced quarterback like Ritter, it's definitely going to cause some growing.
Oh yeah, forget about Ritter.
I mean, I'm proud of UC. They didn't lay down. They finished the game out. They almost came back and won on a tough environment and a road game against an SEC team. you gotta be happy. I mean, you should have won the game, but I mean, a lot of people didn't even think you were going to be in it.
For real.
I think Cincinnati will be fine. I think that they're still the team to beat in the American. Houston looks good. UCF is a decent team, but I mean, I still think that it runs through Cincinnati.
College football playoffs might be easy for you to see since it's a 12-game setup now.
It won't be yet, but yeah, I mean, that's going to be interesting. I mean, I think it should be that way. I think that, you don't know what's going to, I mean, last year, Cincinnati and Michigan both got stomped.
Yep.
And it was unfortunate because I was very hopeful that, I was going to get to see my favorite team versus my alma mater, and that didn't happen. So, but I mean, it's good because, you can't, upsets happen all the time. I mean, Michigan a long time ago lost famously to Appalachian State.
I remember that.
And Appalachian State definitely wasn't one of the best 12 teams in the country that season. So it's going to be interesting, and anything can happen. I mean, I think that if Cincinnati and Alabama played 10 times, that Alabama beats Cincinnati 10 times? Probably not.
Damn.
I think last season, Cincinnati could have beaten them maybe once or twice out of 10, maybe. And Michigan, even closer, Michigan versus Georgia last year. I think if you play that game 10 times, Michigan wins probably maybe 2 or 3 of those. But unfortunately, you play the game once, and neither Cincinnati nor Michigan showed up when they played those games. So, and even Nick Saban said that Cincinnati gave them all they could handle. Like, they didn't score a touchdown, they didn't play great, but I mean, Alabama didn't run all over them, really.
No.
So,
Bama's more of a team that goes more on the passing type of team. It's more of a passive team.
I think it was very evident that Bama and Georgia were the best 2 teams in the country last year. So that should have been the national title game, but
yeah.
Oh, well, Ben, I got to start getting ready for work, my friend. But it's always a pleasure. Hopefully, I mean, regardless of what happens in our game against each other, hopefully both of us have something to be happy about. Our teams maybe play a little bit better.
For real, yeah. Hopefully, it's gonna be a good one for sure. Because we're both. It's kind of gonna be like find a forum game. Like whoever wins gonna get on a streak.
Yeah, and I think that Graham Potter can afford to lose a little bit more than Klopp can right now, just because he's getting he's new. So
you might see a younger squad come out though.
Hey, put Pulisic out there. I don't like Chelsea, but I'd love to see Christian get some minutes before the World Cup.
I can see Broya playing.
Yeah, he's going to be good.
Because Broya, especially we just sold Billy Gilmore to Brighton when Potter was there. He comes in and he comes to Chelsea. And do you know who's the player manager for Brighton?
Who?
Lallana.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Adam Lallana's the interim manager. I love that. Adam Lallana's one of my favorites. He was great at Liverpool.
I was telling my friend this. Imagine Arsenal sacked Arteta and their player manager is Granit Xhaka.
Granit Xhaka. He's been around for a while now.
He's a Sergio Ramos as a midfielder.
Pretty much.
Red card. Mr. Red Cards. That's what they have in common. Sergio Ramos and Granit Xhaka triplets red card.
Literally. Oh boy. All right, man. Well, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Peace. Hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm out.